We talk at length about the story in the context of the subject that says children are watching. Because we must understand one thing is that our marriages are preaching, our marriages are telling a story. And the kind of story that our marriages are telling are dependent on how we manage ourselves as married couples in our marriage. They're telling a story to our children, they're telling a story to our families, they're telling a story to our community. So what we try to do in the workbook, there are some exercises where we try to get the couples to reflect on perhaps experiences that they had prior to coming into the marriage relationship, perhaps from their families of origin. Some of them might have grown up in backgrounds where there were physical fights, physical altercations, and you know how these things wire into our subconscious mind and they become a default position for us because they teach us how to manage conflict. It's always interesting for me how you watch a parent and a child and you watch how the child has mimicked the behavior of the parent. Let's say, for argument's sake, the parent, when they are under pressure, when they're frustrated, they raise their voice and they begin to shout. It's always interesting to see how the child responds in similar or in like manner, because this is a learned behavior. No matter what we tell our children, what is speaking more to them is how we are living life in front of them. So this exercise in the workbook helps the couples just to speak about their past, about traumatic experiences, and also the good things as well. Because one thing that we emphasize in the workbook is that our marriages act like bridges between the past as well as the future. What is it that we allow to cross that bridge? We need to be intentional, because if we're not intentional and we don't identify those issues, whether good or bad, we will tend to unconsciously pass those on or repeat those patterns. So we talk about this in chapter 14 of the book, which is under section 5, which speaks to issues of legacy, because we want to be intentional about the legacies that we leave and the legacies that are passed on to our children and our children's children. The Bible says that a wise man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. That inheritance is not only an inheritance of financial inheritance, but it's an inheritance in all aspects of life, because children, as I said earlier on, mimic our behavior.